Thank you, Yitzi and Chaim David. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rachel Wolf, and I'm the CEO of the American Committee for Shaarei Tzedek. We often speak about the Shaarei Tzedek family, and tonight, perhaps more than ever, we are surrounded by our core donors, lay leaders, and professionals. Tonight, we have the privilege of paying tribute to 5 spectacular honorees. We will speak about them in greater length later on the program, but we are so grateful to be able to say Mazel Tov to the incomparable Gail Propp. Gail, you are inspirational beyond words. It has been a true joy working closely with you to make tonight such a success. Mazel Tov to my extraordinary colleague and friend, Sharon Goldwyn, whose enormous impact in her 2 decades with the American Committee has been truly trailblazing. We all feel so lucky to be able to work together with someone as talented and dedicated as you, who brings the most incredible passion, vision, creativity, and style to everything you do. Who knew when at age 14 my family moved next door to you that years later we would have the pleasure of working together? We honor tonight our next generation of young leaders, Tommy Ratzker, Nathaniel Levy, and Brendan Lasko. It is a very special privilege to be able to honor Tommy tonight, as she represents the 3rd generation of Shaarei Tzedek support from the Ratzker family. Her grandfather, Menno, serves as the chair of our national board and has been my mentor for the last 24 years. Helen and Menno enjoy all of the nachas tonight. We are incredibly honored to be joined this evening by a special delegation of Shaarei Tzedek physicians, nurses, professionals, lay leaders, and visionary donors who have just completed a tour around the United States. They visited new medical facilities to learn best practices and explore new innovations that can be incorporated into the new medical tower that Shaarei Tzedek will begin to build in the coming years. We are especially honored to welcome from this group Naomi Ben-Sion and Evan Hochstein, and of course, our visionary and inspiring leaders, President Yonatan Halevi and Director General Ofer Marin and his wife, Ora. I invite all of those of you who are part of this honored delegation to please rise so we can welcome you. Sarah, Gadi, Dagan, Gal, Yonit, Barak, and Yossi, and of course, our wonderful partner and friend, Akiva Holzer. Yeah, you got to stand up for a second. Come on, stand up. A special welcome to Boris Standa and his wife, Anna. We are so grateful that you could join us tonight to share your inspiring story. I just returned from a short trip to Israel, where I was able to spend 3 intense days at Shaarei Tzedek. I arrived just a few days after the hostages were released, so as you can imagine, it was a very special and emotional time to be there. With each person I sat with, I asked the same question: how are you truly? And of course, that answer varied person to person. But I think what struck me the most was just how many people spoke to the unity, camaraderie, and friendship they experienced working at the hospital. One midwife, who has 3 young children and whose husband has been on Miluim for almost a year, shared how every week her colleagues send her dinner, so there is 1 less meal she has to cook. How those who do not have husbands serving go out of their way to cover her morning shifts so that she can take her children to school, or weekend shifts when her husband is on leave. I met with my close friend and former colleague, who is now himself a patient in our new Helmsley Cancer Center, and we shared tears over the challenges he faces, but also the enormous comfort, medical excellence, and compassionate support he has received as he progresses through another round of grueling treatments. You have all heard Shaarei Tzedek referred to as the hospital with a heart, but I assure you, this is not simply a tagline. It is the underlying ethos behind every department, behind every decision, and behind every smile or hug that is offered in those hallowed walls. I want you to feel proud of this incredible hospital that is standing at the forefront of innovation and groundbreaking care, that never for 1 minute forgets that treating the patient and family with compassion and heart must always come first. Thank you, Ofer and Yonatan, together with your heroic staff, and I would add our head nurse, Sarah, who is here tonight, for nurturing and growing the soul of this beautiful hospital. Let me conclude by thanking our National Board, Women's Division Board, and International Board of Directors, co-chaired by Jack Bentheim and Michael Jesselson, for your guidance and support. A special thank you to Dr. Howie Goldschmidt, the biggest mensch you will ever meet, who just stepped down as president of our National Board. It was deeply meaningful and rewarding to work with you these last 5 years, Howie. We are forever in your debt. It is now my honor to welcome to the stage our new president, Louise Kirshner.